Welcome to another interesting edition of the Economy and Politics Show, where we discuss key developments in the economy as it affects the households. Today, we're focusing on the subnational level of government for the second time in the month of December 2021. The discuss today will be about states, budget 2022, and socio-economic development in Nigeria. Before we begin, let us give you a key wrap of activities that occurred in the Nigerian economic space from last week. The Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation, increased by 15.4% year-on-year in November 2021. This is 0.51 percentage points higher than the rate recorded in November 2020, which was 14.9%. The Composite Food Index rose by 17.21% in November 2021 compared to 18.30% in November 2020. Also, in line with its practice, the Debt Management Office published Nigeria's total public debt as at September 30, 2021. The data, which includes the total external and domestic debt of the federal government of Nigeria, 36 state governments, and the Federal Capital Territory, showed that Nigeria's public debt was 38.05 trillion naira, or $92.62 billion at the end of third quarter 2021. We go on a break, and when we return, we'll continue this conversation.
Tune in to Web TV Daily to stay up to date and informed on the financial market, personal finance, and more. We have got you covered with all your favorite TV shows, economy and politics, market review, women's series, millennial talk, Islamic Finance Weekly, The Brief, exclusive interviews, events, and we keep you up to date on all the updates in the financial market with the market opening gong. Watch premium content. Watch Web TV. Same news, different perspective.
Welcome back. And if you're joining us, it's the Economy and Politics Show, and our discuss today is states, budget 2022, and socio-economic development in Nigeria. First, let us begin by highlighting 6 developments in 2022 that should improve the revenue position for states. The first is the implementation of the subsidy removal plan by the federal government will increase revenue for the states. Second, the new revenue formula that is to be provided by the Revenue and Fiscal Mobilization Commission is expected to also boost their revenue. And what we discussed about earlier this month, the SFTAS implementation will also increase access for states to funding from international development agencies. Also, number 4, the improved revenue from crude oil proceeds in 2022 should translate to improved federal allocation for states. The review of privatization of state-owned enterprises processes at the subnational level should also bring some good returns for states. And number 6, which is very key, is the resolution of the value-added tax case between the federal government and Rivers State. What happens in that development is key for the country and something to watch in 2022. From the 2022 budgets presented by states, there are some interesting takeaways. The first is that there's a 98% improvement by states preparing their budgets before December 31st. As at this period, 35 of 36 states are already presented their budgets and some already passed it, which is a significant improvement from the past. Lagos, Akwa Ibom, Delta, Rivers, and Imo states are the top 5 with the highest budget proposals for 2022. Oyo and Delta states have already signed their budgets 2022 into law, and they are ready to execute from January 2022. Benue, Ekiti, and Plateau are among the states with a high recurrent expenditure compared to capital expenditure. There has also been a remarkable improvement as states are adopting higher capital expenditure than recurrent. 25 states, I can say, over 25 states have adopted that in their budget cycle. And also, unlike in the past, where budgets used to be below 100 billion naira, particularly in the northern region, all budgets this year have shown an increase of above 100 billion naira, showing more investments in developments at the subnational level. And Plateau State is one state in the north central region that has passed a state's budget, and we're expecting more of that to happen in the days to come. There's another interesting development to watch in 2022, and it's the political climate. And how does this affect the states? The year 2022 will witness two gubernatorial elections, that's Ekiti and Osun, and of course, those two states have already sent in their budget, so the governors will not be fully implementing it because of the elections in the year 2022. 2022 is the penultimate year before the 2023 general elections, so performance will be very key for the governors, particularly as it concerns their political parties. Also, states that governors will likely be seeking a second term in office include Ogun, Lagos, Kwara, Borno, amongst others. And so those state governments will be watching them, how they will perform in 2022. Also, states where governors will seek to determine their successors for legacy purpose include Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Katsina, Kano, Kaduna, Benue, Plateau, Cross River, Delta, Abia, and Enugu, amongst others. Those governors will want to make impact because they would like to see their successors continue with their legacy. So those are kind of the developments we'll be seeing across the whole budget cycle. And this is why, there are very interesting developments from budget 2022. And that's why we had to just take a look again at what's happening. For me, the biggest one is the fact that there has been a very huge improvement in budget presentations between November to December 31st. For the first time in many years, state governments have sent in their budget. Just 1 out of 36 has not sent in yet. And that shows that states are beginning to understand the importance of fiscal governance and preparations for the fiscal year. That will be all for this edition of the Economy and Politics Show. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions on states' budget 2022 and socio-economic development in Nigeria, please send them to otuabasi.abasekun@prochange.com. Also, you can join our website, www.prochange.com, to read our latest news articles, stories, and reports, particularly on states and local governments, what's happening in that space. You can also engage us via our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching, and this is wishing you a Merry Christmas in advance.